Hi, welcome to our presentation on employee motivation. This presentation is presented by Ridham, Mukul, Aman, and myself Mukesh. I would like to start with a great quote from Zig Ziglar, a great American author. He said, people often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. So employees need to motivate it on daily basis. In this presentation, we will explain all the content displayed on this slide. Employee motivation is the commitment by an employee for the work and for the company. Basically, it is the level of energy, enthusiasm, and the willpower to work for a company. It can be positive or negative, and the employee motivation is directly proportional to the productivity of the team or the whole company. There are multiple key learnings from the Article 1, and some of them I will explain in this and upcoming slides. So, what are the types of motivation? Motivation can be intrinsic, extrinsic, positive, negative, incentive, or also we call it reward based, and then fear based and achievement based. All these types of motivation are different from each other, but have one thing common. That is, they have direct effect on the achievement of the business objectives and goals. Moving forward, there are some of the theories used for the employee motivation for improving business operations in every good company. First one is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Many organizations followed this theory to keep motivated their employees. According to this theory, there is a pyramid of needs with basic needs at bottom and self-fulfillment needs at the top of the pyramid. The needs of human starts with a physiological needs such as food and water. Then he or she expects some safety needs. Then their needs moves to belongingness and love needs, such as friends and family. Then he and she needs self-esteem and then self-actualization, such as achieving one's full potential. Now, the expectancy theory. It suggests that when employees want hike in their salary increment, they start working for long hours. In this theory, there are three main factors. They are expectancy, instrumentality, and valence. And the third one is Herzberg two-factor theory. In this, first one is motivator factor such as salary increments, recognition, good working environment, and these factors motivate workers to do more work. On the other hand, there is hygiene factors such as company policies, salary deductions, unhealthy relationship with managers and co-workers. These can lead to demotivation of employees. So let's talk about what factors affect the employee motivation. Basically, these factors can be divided as internal and external factors. Internal factors include self-actualization, creativity, self-affirmation, conviction, curiosity, health, personal growth, and the need for communication. Whereas on the other hand, external factors include money, career, status, prestige, and ability to travel. So these are some of the key findings from the article 1. Now my friend Aman will continue from here.
So thank you, Mukesh, for explaining the key learning from Article 1. So now I would like to talk about the Article 2. Article 2 represents a study conducted to understand employee motivation. Objective of this research was understanding HRM policies and practice on employee motivation, explore effective motivation ways that are practiced by organization, challenges faced in motivation, and the last one is understand factors that contribute to employee motivation. So now talking about the key stats from the study. So the data collected was through the survey questionnaire. There were total 150 surveys conducted, and out of those 106 surveys were totally filled, and the surveys considered at the time of study was 100 surveys. So based on the study, there were key seven factors that were considered about the study. So and that the seven factors were training and development, career advancement opportunities, performance management, compensation and benefit, financial reward system, recognition and appreciation, and last one is the work-life balance. And the factors were considered based on the highly dissatisfied, the neutral, and highly satisfied. So the graph that came out after the study is posted over here. So now I would like to address the key limitations and the conclusion for Article 2. So talking about the limitations first. So the limitations were data was available in only from literature and employees surveyed. Research is still in initial stage, so it cannot be adapted to quantitative methods. Moving towards the conclusion is it motivates employees, positive results on productivity and performance, job satisfaction increases if employees are motivated. Moreover, employee motivation requires study and research with a good approach to deal with human beings. Motivation is the skill which can be learned and practiced if the business want to succeed. As a human capital, as a human capital is the most important asset for any organization. Now, talking about the similarity and differences between the two articles. So, the first one is the similarities. So, both are based on the survey conducted and both are based on literature available. And both article talks about employee motivation. The key differences were first article talks about theory of motivation, type of motivation, and factors affecting motivation, whereas the second article takes few factors of motivation and compare employees' reaction to that factors. Moreover, the first article is more theory based, whereas the second article is research based.
Our business case is Canadian Western Bank in Edmonton. Canadian Western Bank is a diversified financial services organization that provides specialized services across Canada in business and personal banking, equipment financing, trust services, and wealth management. They have many benefits and incentives to improve and maintain employees' motivation, some of which are employment benefits such as employer-funded health coverage, paid vacations, financial services, and flexible work and more. They also have volunteer spirit grant, which is $250, which will be sent to the charity of the employee's choice for employees who volunteer to work over 50 hours. They also give 100% reimbursement for relevant post-secondary programs and learning centers for training and more. Business case study analysis. In this, we will be comparing the company's strengths and weaknesses regarding employees' motivation. Strength. Canadian Western Bank provides good working environment and strong benefits like flexible working arrangements, mental health awareness and support, performance-based incentives, and etc. Each employees get recognition when they perform small or big tasks. This is conducted through peer recognition program in the company. CWB aim to provide an inclusive environment which creates a no bias between gender and providing employees equity. This creates high motivation to women to succeed in the company and work hard. Some weaknesses. They can focus more on increasing morale of each employee with demographics like education, job title, experience, and so on, as this contribute a lot in overall employees' motivation and its productivity. As per a study, there is different level of motivation in banks and considered that CWB should modify their motivation system to satisfy all employees' moral needs.
So, we have some recommendations that the HR of a company can look up to when focusing on employee motivation. First is encourage employees to speak or open up. Communication is a key element of employee job satisfaction, and an open line communication between management and employees is appreciated. The open communication policy allows employees to air concerns or complaints about a situation before they become serious. Secondly, recognize employee performance. It is essential that we recognize an employee's performance so that they feel highly motivated and work towards achieving the company's vision and mission statement. Third, compensate according to the level of work. This is the primary focus of reward programs to successfully implement a compensation system, because here we strive to achieve competitive pay in the marketplace and allow differentiation of compensation based on employee performance. Fourthly, involve your employees. It is essential that you involve employees not only because that they feel ease at their workplace, but they also feel useful. An organization is a project on its own, so we should exploit it to its full potential. Moving on, we should care about the welfare and give respect to the employees. Well being is often synonymous with a healthy mind. There are some proofs you can give recognition, such as a smile in the morning, a compliment, or just providing an alternative ear, are touches which can have a great impact. However, we should not neglect the physical and financial aspects as well, because they provide peace of mind to the employees while they are at work. And lastly, we should get regular feedbacks from them. Feedbacks can be seen as a form of recognition when it is constructive and well presented. So, it gives you the opportunity to learn about the challenges your employee is confronted with, as well as the aspects they enjoy the most about the job. Employee motivation can have potential impacts to businesses. They can be both positive and negative. Positive impact include improved job performance. Motivated employees are much more likely to perform at a higher standard than the unmotivated employees. This will not only improve the job performance but will also improve the production. It can also benefit the organization. When a staff is motivated, they tend to feel more empowered to do their jobs at a consistently high level. That in turn helps the organization. Moving on to the negative aspects, employee productivity is lost. If an employee is unmotivated or he doesn't feel the need to do work, then the productivity of his or her work might be lost, and that can lead to serious effects to the organization. Secondly, conflicts are likely to arise at the workplace. That's because employees who do not receive the same level of motivation may feel resentful towards those who do, which can create a discord. And lastly, employees focus solely on incentives. Employees can fall into the trap of wanting to get the incentives rather than focusing on performing at the high level to please their customers or clients. So, these were the positive and negative impacts, but there are some impacts at individual and group level also. When an individual is rewarded in a team, then the team's performance is declined, whereas when a team is rewarded, then the performance is increased. Moreover, focusing on individual performance rather than team performance can redirect the employees to focus on their own performance goal. And we think that money acts as a motivation for both a team and an individual as well, but it is not a sole objective. So, this was all about employee motivation. Thank you.
Thank you very much for watching our video presentation. If you have any questions, please let us know.